Okay, so now we're going to talk about checking blade tension. One of the two most important things that, as not only as students, but as professional licensed stylists and barbers, you need to make sure you understand how to do. Proper blade tension, you should have approximately a ½ inch gap at the tips, okay? If your shears are slapping tight, they're too loose. To hang open like this, they're too tight. Checking blade tension, you want to check blade tension literally twice a day. And once in the morning would be great, especially on your shears when they're brand new. Once they've broken in, I would say once a day. The reason that's important is that if the blade tension is not correct, you're going to push and fold the hair. So the first thing is, if your shears are pushing and folding the hair, the first thing you need to check is your blade tension. And what you want to do, and sometimes you can even just shake it to get it to close. These are a brand new pair. You stick out of the kit. Okay, but you want approximately at ½ inch at the tips, all right? Why is that important? Because as you're cutting, okay, and this is a right-handed shear in my left hand just to show you guys, you're taking off microscopic amounts of metal. So that's where we talked about in one of the earlier videos, disinfecting and lubricating. But if you don't have the proper blade tension, instead of the shears cutting smoothly, you're going to push and fold the hair. So it's really very simple. Literally takes less than 10 seconds just to show you guys again. You can see the shears are too loose. It's too loose. Now, one nice thing about our shears, they click. You guys, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'll put it close to the mic. Okay, so you want to go one click at a time, and you always remember righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Okay, and it doesn't matter if it's a right-handed shear or left-handed shear, it still works the same way. So once a day, start with your shears if you want to be on the safe side where they're slapping shut. One click to the right, still slapping shut. What you're doing is you're pulling the blades together. Everybody thinks that your hand does the cutting. Your hand steers, okay? What does the cutting is loosening or tightening the adjustment knob. So I'm checking this now, and I'm going to say now it's too tight. I went too far. Okay, we're going to go. Now we have proper blade tension. So, and one other thing too is you want to hold the shear either at 10 o'clock, depending if you're right or left-handed, but basically where it's pointing up in the air. You don't want to grab the handle and flip it really hard, just lightly flip it. There's a little bit of weight on the thumb handle, which will bring the blade back. So again, keep in mind, everyone, that it's extremely important to check your blade tension once a day, again, so you get the maximum performance out of your shear. Just like in one of the previous videos, we talked about disinfecting and lubricating. These two things go hand in hand. So it's disinfecting and lubricating and then checking blade tension. And again, your blade tension, you're going to check once a day, once the shears have broken in. First, I would say once in the morning, once kind of mid to the end of the day. And then after, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks, once a day is totally perfect. And then your disinfecting and lubricating is after every client. Those two things will dramatically increase longevity of your shears.